Hey everybody, welcome to Bloodline Genealogy YouTube page. This is our first video and I want to go over cemetery research for genealogy. Now this is the planning phase. This is the long term before you go out to the actual cemeteries and stuff. Like figuring out where you want to go and who you want to find. The tools we're going to be using in this is Find a Grave and Google Maps. Now, just disclaimer, not sponsored, endorsed, anything of the sorts by either of these, just the tools that I use because they're very helpful. So how do we determine which cemeteries to go to? Now, when we are researching, we can find cemeteries that our relatives are buried at through death certificates, usually at the bottom. They'll say where they were buried and when they were buried, so you can get that information there. Or in obituaries, they'll say where they were buried or will be buried. And you can just randomly go to cemeteries near where they lived if you know, and you may or may not find them. That's another way, less efficient. There's also another choice that I didn't list here. It is books. So, of course, other genealogy books that they have gone out and done the research, but there's also books where people transcribed cemeteries. These are usually older, probably from the 70s or 80s, I would guess, from most that I've seen. And they're usually located in libraries, genealogy societies, but people did transcribe older cemeteries and made lists, and then they're in bulletins as well, the same transcriptions. But they, but you could also look there if you don't have access to Find a Grave or anything. So that's just another resource you can look at. So where are these cemeteries? You made your list. I forgot to mention, when you're looking at these, you want to write them down. You want to make a list. Now we'll go over how I make my lists soon. But you want to make a list of where these places are as you research, as you are looking at the death certificates, obituaries, because you're probably not going to go back and it'd be very inefficient. Just write them down as you go. As you see them, have a text file, piece of paper with all the cemeteries, however you want to do it. So where is a cemetery? You know, when you write it down, you want to find out where it is. Now you can Google search it, or you can use Find a Grave. So here is a map, Google Maps, and you see these blue dots right here. These are cemeteries that I've saved. Now, how do I know where this cemetery is? That's the question. So you have the name of it. Now, let me see. Let me find a cemetery. I know the name of it, Mary Elizabeth Baptist Church. Hey, here we go. You can just type it into Google. And it's right there. I like satellite version so you can actually see. You see, Google search gave me right here, but there's also this right here. You can see that the cemetery is over here, while the main church is right here. So you want to be wary of this. But that's one way to find it. Another way to find it. So this is Bethlehem United Methodist Church. They have a location, so you can just copy and paste it if you find it on Find a Grave. You know, copy this and paste it into this section. Or sometimes they don't have the address, but they do have the GPS coordinates. So you could also take these and plug them into here. And here we go. Here's Bethlehem Methodist Church. Now what I do is I don't like having just this point, because if you save it, it'll look like this. I don't want the actual name of the place. at least. So either if they have one of these markers, you can just click this and see how much prettier that is. Or you can click on the road, this little white road. Click this little white box down here, and it'll bring up a street address. But we want to save. Let's go back to Mary Elizabeth, since I don't have that one in the list already. So we have Mary Elizabeth, and we want to save this. I already have some lists, but you can create a new one. So let's create a new one. So we say North Carolina. Most of how I group my research is. Ooh, so I like to group mine in areas. Now I live in North Carolina, so if I want to go to Union County, if I want to go to Mecklenburg or Lancaster, I could make a day trip of it and go visit a whole bunch of cemeteries in this area. So because these are close, I'll group this area of counties together in a list. So I'll have Union, Lancaster, or Lancaster, should I say, Chesterfield, Mecklenburg, all in one group. And then maybe up here, if I go to Iredell or whatever counties these are, I'll group those together. Or for further away states, like, let's say, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, I'll group all of Alabama together. I'll group all of Orlando or all of Florida together in a group. And you can save these to multiple lists. And it honestly, it don't matter where. It honestly doesn't matter the list, to be honest, because no matter the list, they're all going to show up on the map. But the good thing is, if you go down here to your places, you go to save, you can see these lists. And then it has, I don't have anything in this list yet, so let's see. Let's go here, click on this, add it to North Carolina. Now, so we go back to places, save North Carolina. I don't know why it's not showing up. Well, that's strange. Must be something wrong with the page. But that's how you can view the whole list. But either way, you can see these blue dots. Now the advantage to this is being able to see all of these. This is my tree in all the cemeteries that I saved. Now, I'm not going to all visit these all on one trip. So when I do make a trip to Union County, I'm going to look at where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the west. So maybe if I come in this way, I'll probably go to Weddington, go down to Waxhaw, go down here, and then back up to the library or something, or wherever I'm heading. I can plan to go to one or multiple, usually multiple. One trip I came down to this one, I went to this one, and then back up, because that's all I had time for. It was 3 trips, or 3 cemeteries. And next time, maybe I'll come up down here, up here. And just I go to a few each time I go to that area, and it's just very efficient for me to figure out a path when I can see it graphically. And I can do this for every area. So let's go to Georgia. I don't have as many in Georgia right now. But, you know, if I'm going to Alabama, maybe I stop here, go here, wherever I'm headed to. Same idea applies. So it's very efficient for me, and hopefully to you if you enjoy this method. So thank you for watching my first episode. Hope it helped. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. Hit the subscribe button for more. Follow us on Instagram at Bloodline Genealogy. And come back next week when we go to the next part of this.